Hey YouTube, greetings and welcome. Today, what I want to talk to you guys about is time management. Now, this conversation came up kind of out of nowhere for me because I was building with someone that was having some communication issues. And as we started to really dive into where the communication issues were coming from and what he could really do to resolve those issues, we kind of worked our way all the way over to time management. It was clear that he wasn't taking the proper amount of time to work on his communication skills. Now, all of us have our strengths and our weaknesses, and this is something that he felt like was important to him and felt like it was something that he was using obviously every day, but with his career, with his family, and just really wanted to work on it and improve it. And so, like I said, we worked all the way over to time management, and I wanted to kind of come up with just 3 simple generalized ideas to help get him started. When we talk about time management, we can definitely go into like very fine details. A lot of people out there have come up with very good systems for us to follow when it comes to time management so that we can maximize our productivity and not spend our time wasted. So with that, these 3 ideas are just to help you basically get started and basically increase your awareness of how you're spending your time. However far you want to take it, like I said, there's a lot of other approaches that you can grow into, but this is awesome foundational work for you to work on, and then in time definitely get to those more specific in-depth aspects of your time management. Okay, so as we were building together, it was clear that he's an awesome person and loves helping out his friends and his family. And so, all they had to do was call him up and he was like, absolutely, I'm there, whatever you need. And it's kind of hard because I'm sure many of you are in that same situation where you want to be helpful, especially to your friends and your family, and it's really hard to say no. But what we were building on and really pointed out was every time that he said yes to helping somebody else out, he was ultimately saying no to what he wanted personally. And so again, it gets to that point where you can start to feel a little bit selfish with it, but this is your life and there are priorities. When there's certain things that we want to do for family, I am right there with you. We want to lend a helping hand where we can, but when you're doing it over and over and over again and not taking the time for yourself, you're never going to develop the skills or create the life that you want. So the first thing is learning how to say no. We worked on it, and even just with how much he was willing to help so many other people, I feel like if he just, let go of maybe saying yes maybe once or twice, he could really see some huge improvements in his communication skills, because with those no's, he can say yes to building on it for himself. Okay, so that one's huge. Again, very simple, easy for us to work on. We don't have to go out and spend a lot of money or do a lot of different things. It's just, between us and, our lives and who we're interacting with, okay? The second thing is to organize your life. With this, you want to get down to your to-do list or your planning. One of the easiest and best ways, what I recommended with him, was getting an early start. And it was perfect because he hit me with some objection by saying I'm really not a morning person. So I was like, perfect. Not a big deal. If you're not a morning person, it's not the end of the world. You just have to start your morning the night before. Put a to-do list together, write on an index card or something that you can carry along. If you have a book or something, that's perfect. But just write down your to-do list. Of course, just like we built on other videos, prioritize your to-do list. Make the most important things the most important things. And also in conjunction with saying no, you can kind of put these 2 together and do less. And when I say do less, it's basically get rid of all of the nonsense, the distractions. And when you do less, you're just focusing on the most important things. So instead of doing 12 different things that really don't matter, you're going to be doing just one thing that does matter. So you're doing less, but you're getting more results, you're being more productive. Okay? Now, the third and final one that I made sure to build with him, because when we're building on stuff, especially something that we feel is like a weakness, it can almost feel like a chore. It can almost make us feel as though it's gonna suck. All right, so he, you could kind of tell wasn't very excited about it, But as we built on it, I just wanted to hone in and make sure that he understood to enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. You know, in anything that you're doing in your life, you know, whatever it may be, if it's, you know, the grunt work, the busy work, whatever it could be, the glory, you know, where you get all the fame and fortune and all that stuff, enjoy it just like, you know, the front half, you know, where you're doing all the grunt work and the busy work. You know, like so many of the pitchers out there and so many of the successful people will tell you, you know, people always see the glory and all those things and want that kind of success, but never understand, you know, the iceberg that's under the water, all of that work that nobody sees, all of the effort, energy, sacrifices that are made to, you know, really get to those glory days. And what really helps, I think, a lot of those successful people become as successful as they have become is that they enjoy the process. They enjoy the work and everything that they do when nobody's looking, nobody is paying attention, and so they're able to strive and get through all of that stuff because of their mindset. Okay? So with these three things, you know, make sure that you are learning to say no, doing less, and focusing in on your most important task, organizing your life. If you're not a morning person, it's not the end of the world. Start it at, you know, the night before, and, you know, you can wake up without even having to think about it. You got your to-do list, you've prioritized it, and you can, you know, embark just by looking at your to-do list. Another important note with that is focus on just what's next. Don't look at the entire, excuse me, the entire to-do list. If you have 5 things on your to-do list for the day, we can become, you know, easily overwhelmed and kind of, oh, I'm not going to get all of this done, and then we don't get anything done. Just focus on the next thing that's done. If you only get to number 2, then the next day, number 3 moves to number 1, and then you keep going down your list. So, you know, try not to get overwhelmed. It's a process, a journey, and our third point is make sure that you're enjoying it. You know, have fun with it. Enjoy, you know, planning your time, you know, saying no, giving yourself that time, that enjoyment of doing something for yourself. It's absolutely important to do stuff for other people. I'm right there with you, and all that comes down to is balance. Being able to balance what we do for others with what we do for ourselves. And everybody's going to be different, so you choose, you know, what your balance is. But, you know, take time to develop yourself, because a lot of times when you develop yourself, you'll see that you are going to help people even more, or be able to help them with things that you've experienced, and, you know, it just really starts to snowball, if you will. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys found it, you know, helpful and informative. If you have any comments, add it down below. You know, let me know what your time management looks like. Like I said, you know, we can get extremely specific with it. We can keep it broad. Whatever kind of tips that you have, I want to hear about it. You know, just add it in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you guys like the video. Lets me know if you like it. If you didn't like it, you know, you are more than welcome to hit the thumbs down. It lets me know I got some work to do. But other than that, make sure you subscribe for the channel. Hit the little red button. And I'll see you guys next time, alright? Until next time, I'm Jonathan. I'm signing out. Peace.